Hello everyone, it's Duncan here for Valverde Broadcasting. I just thought I would throw together a very rough and ready video for you all, and one in which you can't see my collection of Dysons in the background, which I've just realised you can, but never mind. Sorry, ignore that. Yeah, I just thought I'd throw one together, really, probably no editing, to try and get this up as soon as I can for you guys. Really just, this is a Driving with Dunks episode, but as you can see, I have no car in my study, and the reason for that being is I had to sell it. The damn thing cost me too much money in repairs recently, and needed to be gotten rid of, so I am in the market for a new car. That's not what this video is about, though. This video is really just covering very quickly some more topics around acting. Certainly some of the things that you raised in the comment section on my last one were really great, and I really appreciated the feedback. Actually, you guys were incredible and seemed to really enjoy that episode, so I had much more to come, and I did actually film another one, but the audio was terrible because it was raining and I was driving and it was just awful, and I waffled on as I'm one to do. So here I thought I would kind of deal with the topic that I don't, well, at least I try not to think of day to day, but it is something that a lot of people bring up with me. It's a thing that, there's a standard list of either questions or comments that people tend to make when they find out that you're a professional actor. The first thing is always, what have you been in that I would have seen? Which is obviously, I'm flattered by the interest, but it's a bit of a daft question if you really stop and think about it, because I don't know what you've seen. And short of you, reeling off everything you've ever watched, me going, that one or not that one. It doesn't make any sense. I think what I mean is, what have you done that's famous? And and so tethered to that is another thing that they often say, which is, you just need your big break. Okay, I get that, I do understand that, and they're not wrong. I mean, this is not me saying these people are wrong or misinformed or ignorant or anything, but it is very common for them to say that, and I don't think, and there's no reason for them to, but they don't really know what that means. It's all relative, this game, it's look, I mean, I suppose, I think, like I said in the last video, what most people consume is what the top 1% or whatever they are, 2% of the industry produce. So I suppose you're not deemed to be successful until you are in said 2%, which is, again, not wrong, but it's missing an awful lot of what it is to be an actor and a professional actor. That just being famous and being, paid millions of dollars. And, I mean, that's another misconception, is that people think that, any job I get paid a huge amount, vast sums of money. And perhaps on a day, on a day rate, sometimes, yeah. But I mean, that's for a finite amount of time, sometimes a day, sometimes a few days, and then that's it. It's over, and I'm back on the scrap heap for another however long. So it's all relative. And so the big break thing, again, I try, and it's very hard because you spend a lot of time on your own in this profession, but I try to gauge where I fall sort of in the map. There's so many actors in the industry, there's thousands, and I in a lot of ways I'm very lucky. I'm in a very good position. I'm a jobbing actor. I have lots of credits. I have a big body of work. I have an agent in London, and and I have some great things coming out soon, including A Fistful of Lead, which is the western that I shot with Mark Price, which is all the posters and stuff coming through now. So go to my Twitter, my Instagram, and check that out. But the other side of it is that I am not a millionaire by any stretch of the imagination. I have to work other jobs in order to get by. to be able to afford a car, or not, as the case may be, and it's a struggle. Like financially, it can be a struggle, and also psychologically, it can be a struggle because you spend a lot of time in your own company and trying to figure out like why you do this, and is this really the right thing for you? And you know, when you're on set and when you're doing the work, you go like this summer I had some great work going on, and I was really happy, and I was in a great place, and I was thinking, no, just lock this feeling in, because this is why you do this. Because no doubt you're going to go back home and the phone won't ring for months and you'll feel like shit and blah blah blah. But just lock this feeling in, because you need to remember why you do this and what it is, you know, what the juice is, why you chose this for yourself, and why it means that, you know, you're going to have ups and downs, and you're not going to work every day, and, you know, you're not again, the misconception comes along that, you know, you're some sort of jet setting guy who's like off doing all this sort of stuff, and it's just not true, you know. I mean, alright, you could glibly say that's because I'm not successful or whatever, but the fact is that, you know, I have an awful lot of work behind me, and you know, an awful lot of contacts in the industry and everything, but it's just the reality of it. You know, you don't spend every waking moment in meetings and on sets. You just don't. But that's not to say that those times don't happen, and they are fantastic, and it's what I keep going for. So in terms of and again, when people talk about a big break, I know what they mean, which is, you know, I get cast in a big role in a big film, or on the TV, in a show, you know, or whatever. But again, it's the steps that lead up to that are all part of that. You know, I don't really think there's one big break. Look, there will come a time where someone says yes to you. You know, you go through a casting process, and it is a process, and eventually they say, yeah, we're going with you. That, I guess, could be it's a big break in a lot of ways. It's the break in the struggle, I guess, is what people mean. But the build up to that, by and large, is going to be full of little projects here, years and years of doing little bits here and there, working with people, cultivating relationships with directors and producers who then go on to do these bigger things, and they're going to champion you for these bigger roles when they get to work on these shows and stuff. And it's just that stitching together of your network that takes years. I mean, it does. It takes 10, 15 years easily, because everyone's got to rise together and pull each other up as they go. I mean, I really believe that. I think, you know, that's so important. So, you know, the big break thing, yeah, I mean, you know, again, not wrong. But the understanding of what that is perhaps a little less nuanced than is otherwise realistic. So yeah, I just thought I would share that with you. I mean, I suppose people, you know, some people, it's funny because I find myself so squarely in the middle of the pack in terms of lots of people think I'm doing really well, and that's fantastic, and I mustn't lose sight of that, because actually, you know, in a lot of ways I have a lot to be grateful for, and I am, and I'm really super happy with all the work I've had and the career that I've had to date, and where it's going is fantastic, and that's beautiful, because for so many people that may not happen just because of luck. You know, they may find themselves giving up because they just never got the encouragement through, you know, through feedback and through work, and that's a hard pill to swallow. So I'm very grateful for that. But in terms of where I want to be, you know, I'm not there yet. But that's okay. That's all right. You know, we must keep moving forward. But yeah, I get people write to me all the time saying like, how did you do that? What did you, you know, trying to ask me sort of, it's weird. You know, I feel in one breath, like people ask me, you know, what the secrets to success are, usually when they've just seen me on TV, and I'm sat at home with no prospects or nothing going on, you know, and I'm like, I don't really think I'm successful, you know, and so it's important to take stock and really realize, like, you know, be grateful for what you have, because that will see you through as well. So yeah, so that was really kind of all I wanted to touch on today. Very short video. Sorry I'm not driving. I know that's part of the USP of this particular show. And sorry for the crap video and the Dysons, because that's a bit crap, isn't it? But I am in my study. The only reason you're looking that way, by the way, and not at something more interesting, is because the window's over there. But if I turn around, you know, I've got all my, like, my clapperboard and everything, and then this is my study that my wonderful wife actually decorated for me with. I've got some DVDs of films I've been in and some other paraphernalia. That is the license plate from my grandpa's car in Nassau in the Bahamas. Pretty cool. And then up here on the shelf, I've got my collection of die-cast cars from when I was a kid, and a tumbler from when I wasn't really a kid. Oh, I was 21. And a little dude, and an awesome. There we go. Let me try and get that in there. What would you call that? Cuddly effigy of me. That was done by one of our dear audience members' wife, who has an excellent company who makes those, and did one for Richard as well, which is Judge Dredd in. I think we showed those on a hangout that we do for Patreon every month. So yeah, that was kind of a very lashed together video for you. I hope it was edifying in some ways. I will try and resume this properly and do a proper vlog, and try and eke it out to 20 minutes, half an hour of insight and biting satire and whatever you whatever you want to see. Thank you so much for all your encouragement and all your kind words, and I hope this has been interesting. And if there's any other topics you'd like me to cover, I mean, there's a few in the other video that I will get to. Including sort of what a casting process is like, and what my process is like for approaching roles. But please keep them coming. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Please head over to Patreon if you can. If you can chuck us $1 a month, we'd be hugely grateful, and we will of course roll you out all the great perks that come with that, including early access and credit in the It Ain't Broke series. It all really helps. It helps me, as you can probably see, helps me buy a car $1 at a time, and it helps keep the lights on, and keep things moving forward. So you know, we really appreciate it. And yeah, if you can't do that, just please keep watching, keep enjoying, and keep interacting with us below, because we really appreciate that. And yeah, speak to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.